Hey guys, welcome back to this place. If you are new, welcome here for the very first time. I'm Carmen, and today we are watching season 1, episode 20 of Lost. We are rapidly approaching the end of season 1. I cannot wait, but I also can't believe that we're already almost done with an entire season. I absolutely love this show, as I always say, and I love trying to figure things out. Speaking of which, in the last episode, they told us, probably again, but I just didn't remember, that we were on Oceanic Flight 815, which led to me having lots of theories about the numbers on the bunker and the numbers that Hurley used to win the lottery, you know, the numbers. Probably completely wrong theories, but it's fun. Maybe I'll think about them more at the end of this episode and try to come up with even more ridiculous things as to what they could be. Now, in the last episode, we also had a little bit more about Locke's past and sort of where he feels he is and what brought him to the island and his sort of faith in the island and its end game, I guess. So that was really good. We also had a light come from the bunker at the very end. So I hope that's where we start. Only one way to find out though. Let's get into it. Is he gonna do the stabby thing I've seen on Grey's Anatomy? Oh, he is. That's a big stabby.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay. Good, Boone. Good, Boone. That's good. Good job. All right. We're gonna put a tube in that and you're gonna be just fine.
I'll make you proud.
Oh, okay. He best man.
Room's turn.
Oh.
You can sew back out, Jack.
Is he married? We never saw a girl in the other flashbacks.
What, you just took off?
Yeah. Charlie, he just took off.
Where's Shannon?
I don't know.
Well, she's his sister, you don't...
I don't know where she is.
Yeah, let him have a minute. He's trying to save this man's life.
And he promised that he would fix me.
What?
Because that's the kind of guy
This face
he is.
looks like doubt.
To Jack,
They're not making it down the aisle.
my hero. Jack.
He seems, let's say, less than enthused.
I think we're a little beyond herbal remedies here.
It is not a remedy.
Oh. To bite on. Oh, he's gonna... His foot?
Will you hold his shoulders?
No. I don't want to hear the noise. I don't want to hear it.
Here we go.
That's what I didn't want to hear that. I didn't want to hear it. Same, Hurley. Shannon? Oh, Claire. Yeah, she's going into labor. She was trying to wait to have the baby off the island, wasn't she? I think I was right.
We need Jack.
Jack, doctor.
Yes.
Yes, the doctor. Please come here.
What is your blood type?
A negative.
What? A negative?
Boom, what'd you say?
Shannon, I'm playing.
Did you hear A negative?
Yeah.
Get Charlie. Ask everyone you can find, everyone what their blood type is. A negative, okay?
If they know, I don't know what mine is.
And find his sister. Find Shannon.
Surprise.
That's cute, but I mean, they're not blood related, so I don't think her blood type is going to be the same.
I was getting you this.
What is it?
A hollow needle. Sharp
Oh,
enough to pierce a noodle.
smart.
He's gonna come.
Yeah,
Oh, his dad.
I know.
I cannot wait to marry you, Jack Shepherd.
He didn't really return the sentiment just then, you know.
Claire.
Claire? What about Claire?
지금 케이트하고 같이 있는데 빨리
He
오래요.
says Claire's with Kate. She's in labor. Just up the
Claire's having a
beach.
baby?
Where? 자기 필요하대요.
Claire는 괜찮아요?
Tell Kate to wait until the contractions are 60 seconds apart. You got that?
60 seconds.
Now you tell Kate. She's gonna have to deliver this baby.
I'd be like, what did I do? You can't volunteer me for this shit.
Johnson, not to tell. About the hatch.
What did Locke do? What hatch?
My leg hurts.
Boone?
He said
Boom.
hatch. He is spilling a little bit of tea.
And how do you feel towards him?
I'll always feel something. I don't want to go back.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yeah, but you don't know that he's like possibly dying.
Need to take it a little slow. Are you okay with that?
I think that's a fair request.
I had no expectations.
If he said no, run the other way.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Hopes, not expectations.
Saeed's a good egg, though.
Jack said
Surprise!
you have to deliver the baby.
What?
Now he talked me through it.
No.
It's relatively
Charlie,
simple.
I can't do this.
Yes, you can. I have water.
You're
I
not
have
listening
towels.
to me.
It's...
I can't deliver this baby.
Well, somebody bloody has to.
Yeah. I mean, like, I would be like, I don't wanna, but like, is she gonna give birth on this rock? I'd be like, do we have a towel? Can I at least, like,
Hey,
has he drank
how's
all
the
that
water?
by himself? That's a lot and disgusting.
Should I marry her, Dad?
That you gotta do that here.
Commitment. It's what makes you tick, Jack. The problem is, you're just not good at letting go.
He is not good at letting go. That is true.
What about the axe? You can't use the axe.
What are you doing?
He's gonna chop his leg off.
His right leg is filling with blood. If I don't stop it, I won't be able to save him.
You don't mean
The
that.
leg is dead.
They're gonna put his leg in that, and then
You want it to be healthy and safe. Okay. And your baby knows that too. You're not alone in this. We are all here for you.
I don't think babies have some sort of weird psychicness. If you treat it like you don't want it, then the baby will know that. But
You just can't.
Don't tell me what I can't do. Okay. 1, 2,
I think she's right. I don't think you have the equipment.
I didn't write any vows. I've been trying to for a month, but I couldn't. And I didn't fix you. You fixed me. I love you, Sarah.
I just don't feel the chemistry with these two.
And I always will.
So I just, like, I'm really not invested. Sorry. I don't feel it.
Wait.
I know you made a promise.
Letting you off the hook.
Go push! Push, 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 push!
Oh, what a baby. It's happy, but also so sad because of Boone, you know?
Tell Shan. Tell Shan. Tell.
Nope. I hate that that's his last words. He deserved more than that. I think she'll be upset. I don't want it, thank you. Thank you, I'm good. I don't want it, I don't want to see it. I'm sorry.
He didn't die. He was murdered.
Well, he wasn't murdered.
What? Jack,
He wasn't murdered, that's
Where are you going?
quite dramatic.
Find John Locke.
He didn't murder him. You're being quite dramatic. That's not really what happened. That was a rough episode. I don't know why. Like, even when he did like the lung thing and I was like, oh, he's probably bleeding internally, and like the lung thing, I was like, eventually you're gonna have to like cut and go in, right? Even though I know it's not a sterile environment, they don't have anesthesia, like there's not really any way that he could go in and do that. For some reason, I just was like, Jack will do it, you know, like it makes no sense. Like I understand that like there's probably no world in which, even if he had like all of the proper equipment and stuff, that in this very unsterile environment he could perform the surgery that would be needed for Boone to survive. I just, for some reason, like it didn't occur to me that we would lose Boone so soon. I think because like we put so much time and effort into his character and his storyline with Locke and like his storyline with Shannon, and just like we poured so much, or the show poured so much like character and like time and attention into him, that it just didn't occur to me that we would lose him so soon, which it should have, probably, because I watched Vampire Diaries back in the day, and I don't think it was too long after this that came out. So like, when did it come out? Let me look it up. Like, I knew that he had to go at some point, but I guess I just figured season 2 or 3. So 2009, yeah, so this was 2004, right? So I don't know. They just wanted to break our hearts. They just wanted to break our hearts. I feel like this show is quite good at that. They've made me cry quite a few times already. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't expect that we would lose Boone so soon, so that's pretty upsetting, honestly. Like, I would have liked to have seen him continue to grow and change. I'm sad that his last words were about Shannon. Like, I get that he was in love with her. I get where they were going with that storyline, but like, I think I would have preferred it if they had just actually been brother and sister, and like even stepbrother and sister, but they had just had the bond of like a brother and sister. Like, I didn't need the Game of Thrones incest vibes, you know? Like, it wasn't for me. That being said, I really liked his character. I don't know. I wasn't expecting him to be gone. Like, even when the plane fell and stuff, I was like, maybe he could have just, like, be bleeding on the outside and, like, he's fine inside, you know? Like I said in the last episode, like, he fell from a plane that was much higher and survived that. So, like, I still think that my plan in the last episode, which I said, you can go back and check, I'm pretty sure I said, hopefully, was that they should, like, somehow push the plane off the edge and then go and, like, look inside of it. I still think that could have been what they did. Nobody had to fall. Nobody had to die. But I guess this is, like, we're furthering the plot of Jack is gonna go find Locke now because he murdered Boone, which, like, the logic that it took for him to get there, like, I guess because Locke lied and there's, like, a hatch or something, he thinks, and then he disappeared. I guess Jack's logical conclusion was, like, he killed him to shut him up because he told him not to tell, and then he was gonna tell, and then, like, he stopped him. But, like, wouldn't he have just fully killed him and then said he fell off a cliff, and then, like, you wouldn't have known because he was dead and he couldn't have told you otherwise? Like, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out, like, how Jack got to the logic that Locke murdered Boone. And the only thing I can think is because he said a secret and hatch, and, like, he said not to tell. So he thinks maybe he thought he was gonna tell. However, like, I think a lot of this could have been solved had Locke just been fucking honest with everyone about the bunker and the hatch, and, like, we all could have put our collective brain power, obviously I'm not in the show, but they all could have put their collective brain power into, like, figuring out how to open the fucking hatch, and then Jack wouldn't think that Locke murdered Boone. Right? I don't know. I feel like maybe this means that Jack and everyone else is finally going to find out about the bunker. I'm still curious as to, like, what's happening because the light turned on. It was nighttime, presumably the same night that Boone got hurt. I think it's been 24 more hours since that, or at least some iteration of hours have passed. Locke never came back. So did he figure out how to get in? Did somebody open it from the inside? Like, what happened? Obviously, they'll probably tell us in the next episode, but I'm just curious. I think it's interesting that they talked about, I wonder if, like, because initially what I thought that Jack's dad was saying when he said, like, he had a thing about commitment, he can't let go, was that he had, like, commitment issues, and that's why. But I think what his dad was actually saying, which I do think is true about Jack, is that, like, he commits maybe too hard to things, honestly, right? Like, so once he commits, he can't let go of whatever the idea is or the thing is that he's committed to, right? So, like, I wonder if, I don't know, maybe I'm just thinking too much into it, and you guys can let me know if y'all read chemistry that I don't between Jack and Sarah, but it didn't seem to me, I don't know, I think doubts before, like, from what I understand, doubts before marriage are, like, normal, right? Like, a lot of people have those moments of, like, oh, this is forever, and I'm committing myself to one person and like that's scary. I don't relate to that, I guess, because I feel like very confident in the fact that Calvin is my person and I would never want to live another day of my life without him. So I personally don't understand that, but I understand that it's very normal for people to feel that way. So I guess he could just be having really normal issues of like, if I fully commit to this one person, then this other life is completely gone and he has a problem letting go, right? So letting go of the idea that he could ever be with anyone else. However, to me, it just read more like doubts about whether or not she's his person. And again, maybe it's just me, but I read like zero chemistry between the two of them. Like none. Like their kiss, awkward. Like just, I just don't feel it there. And it's not because I'm like, oh, he must be with Kate, because like, I mean, they're trapped on an island together anyway now. And they're not even like my top ship of the show. Like, yeah, I think they could be cute. I'm not like super invested in them though. So, but they do have chemistry, right? Like you feel it, like it's a palpable thing that you feel between them. Didn't feel that with Jack and Sarah. Again, you guys let me know if that's just me. Maybe I'm just being unnecessarily harsh. I don't know. For me, it was like, I don't feel it. I do enjoy all these episodes where we get to like sort of further delve into Jack's psyche and like try and figure him out as a character, because I do think that Jack very much like, I think his dad's right. Like I do think he has a problem letting go, and I think that he like, oh, why am I holding this backwards? Anyway, I think he makes his mind up very quickly, and once he does, it's very hard for him to change his mind. Like he's not like, I feel like he's open-minded, but then also like it takes a lot once he's decided, and he decides quickly how he thinks or feels about something. And then again, maybe it's with his problem with letting go. Like he finds it hard to let go of that preconceived judgment or feeling about a situation, which makes him a very frustrating character sometimes, because it's like you want him to be open to other possibilities or other scenarios or other people talking to him, and it's kind of frustrating. Now, I don't blame him. I'm honestly quite similar to him, I would say. Like I try to keep an open mind, but I also, like, once I make up my mind, like it's gonna take a lot for me to change it if it's something important, you know. So I can relate to him in that way, but he also frustrates me in that way, which I don't know. Psychologist, I'm sure, would have a field day with that. Claire also had her baby in this episode, which I thought was really cute. I'm curious as to what the name of the little baby is gonna be, and just what the baby's plot line is gonna be in the show, because I feel like the baby's important, but then also it's a baby, and unless they do like a time jump, and it would have to be a pretty massive time jump at some point, I don't know how the baby is gonna like become relevant, because it's like he's literally a newborn. So like what could he possibly do? Like he can't talk, he can't walk, he can't, you know, like he has very little that he can contribute to the story in and of himself. So even though I feel he's important, I'm not really sure how or the extent of what that's gonna be. I really enjoyed Jen in this episode, and like him being helpful and just getting to see him interact with Sun again. I really enjoyed Sun in this episode. I don't know. I can't wait to see more of them and their story sort of unfolding. Honestly, I hope that they can find their way back to each other, because I really like both of them, and I think that together, when they were happy in the flashbacks and stuff, they were really cute. So I think that maybe they're my ship. I don't know. I will say that Jack just like stalking off and being like, he didn't die, he was murdered, you know, and like dramatically whipping his little backpack on was it was almost like comedic relief, because it was so dramatic and like ridiculous of a statement that you're just like, what are you talking about, sir? Like, please take a minute. Like, what? Rewind. Explain your thought process. Like, I need to know. But I'm excited to see where that's gonna go. I always enjoy Jack's flashback episodes, although I still like kind of wish that we could get some more people's flashbacks maybe before we have so many of Jack. Like, we still don't have one that's like from Walt's perspective. We still haven't had one from Shannon's perspective. We only just got Hurley's. We haven't had one from Rose's perspective. So it's just like, I kind of want to know like some other perspectives as well. But I still really like the way the flashbacks are going and everything. Rose, did we see her in this episode? We haven't seen her in a hot second, I don't think. Also, in this episode, we saw a lot of people. I have no fucking idea who they are. No clue. I'm like, who are you? They're all gathering around to look at Claire's little baby boy, which, understandable, adorable little baby. But like, I'm like, who are you? 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 You know, like, maybe they're just like irrelevant background characters. I don't know, but kind of curious. Also, since we lost Boone in this episode, still upset about that. Does that bring our survivor count down to 45? Because I think 46 was the last count that I remember. I could be wrong, but I think we're down to 45 now. I don't remember Jack wearing a wedding ring in the first episode. I'm trying to remember if he was or not. If we ever saw a wedding ring on his hand. I just don't remember. Or if like how long ago was this flashback? Like, obviously his dad was still alive, so before that, we don't really know where in the timeline. So I don't know that there's a way for me to figure out where in the timeline. Assumedly, at some point, we'll get another flashback, multiple flashbacks maybe, and like we'll be able to sort of start to put the flashbacks in like some sort of chronological order. Obviously, the one when he was a kid so far is the earliest that we've seen. And then we sort of saw him in was it the first episode? Talking to his mom, and then he was going to Australia, which takes place after the flashbacks with his dad and the woman who he got killed because he was drinking. So those flashbacks are before the flashbacks where he went to Australia and all that stuff happened. These flashbacks, I'm assuming, are even earlier, before all of that. Just not exactly sure where. Again, as I'm sure that as time goes on, I'll be able to sort of like chronologically figure out where we are in the timeline, but currently unknown. I don't have a new theory yet about all the numbers. I'm going to keep writing them down because I want to remember. Maybe 4 characters on flight Oceanic Flight 815 are gonna be on the island for 16 weeks. But then 23 others. 42 is how many people they'll kill. That makes no sense, but why not? Like I said, I'm gonna keep thinking about the numbers, trying to figure shit out, come up with more crazy theories. I think we're finally going to get the bunker reveal in the next episode, and I'm excited about that. Anyway, I think that's all I have to say about this episode. Thank you guys, as always, so much for watching. If you want, you can like, comment, and subscribe if you aren't already, because it really helps me out. You can also watch the next episode, 21, I believe, right now over on Patreon if you're watching this on YouTube, as well as my entire full-length reaction to this episode and all the episodes thus far of Lost. That is over on Patreon as well, which is linked in the description down below. So if you just click in this area, it should tell you things. Anyway, I am signing off for this episode. I hope to see you guys next time, where hopefully there will not be any more crying, and also hopefully I will feel better by next week, because my little sickly brain is just chugging along right now. Anyway, I hope to see you guys then for more Lost. Until then, bye guys.